Dude. Okay, so you might remember like Action Lab Comics, right? It's a comic book company. I own a couple of books from them. I think they're the ones that published that one comic, Gun Cats, that I kind of liked, and I also spent a lot of time making fun of. Hey, you make fun of the things you like, right? You always hurt the ones you love. But there's been last couple days on Twitter. It's just been all over the place. People popping stories out, and there were a couple stories that I thought were pretty interesting. And oh man, hey, the McDonald's ice cream machine thing that just popped up over there. Look at that. Twitter is amazing. Apparently that's trending. I don't get it. But anyway, Action Lab is awful at accounting. Look at this. This dude has published books through them, three separate comics, and he's never been paid. Now, it's entirely possible that they never made a profit. I think I looked on some website that said they split like profits 50-50 with the person whose book it is. So I guess if you like Hollywood accounting and you never make any money, then you never have to pay anybody, right? That is super unethical, by the way. But here we go. Never received a penny from them. Nick Marino. I don't actually know who Nick Marino is, but yeah, this totally popped up today. First miniseries. Wow, just way to make your series swearing. Sold decently. They made a sequel. 3,500. You know what? For a small press indie publisher, that's not bad. 5,000 kind of in my mind is like the threshold of being like really successful. But 3,500, I say that's pretty good. So they screwed our chances of profit by insane overprinting. Ah, see? That's like Hollywood accounting right there. Action Lab used to make their trades by buying single issues, ads, and all. They tried to guess how many singles they needed before any trade orders were in. They ended up overprinting by excessive numbers, some issues by thousands. That is one way to make your profit go away. That overprinting was coupled with, oh, look at this! Hollywood accounting! Called it. Called it right here. I totally called the Hollywood accounting thing. You know what? I called it so hard, I'm going to just flip my camera on. I'm going to give you a thumbs up right there. Boom, Hollywood accounting. Called it. Oh, it's amazing. I hadn't even read this far down the tweet thread, man. I made it like to here. And I was like, what? How did you not make any money after selling 3,500 copies? Well, apparently, this is how. Billing anything and everything back as cost of production. Some of the worst changes were for reviews. Our second totally had 1,500 charged back. What? I mean, okay. I don't really understand how the advertising in previews works. All right, that is something I have no personal experience with. A lot of people out there don't really talk about it. They just complain about Diamond and the previews catalog system in general. But holy moly! Look at this. Terrible at sending our files to the printer on time. You know how easy that is? You make a file, you send it. You're done. Now there can be other problems. The printer's like, hey, this doesn't meet our specs or whatever. Then you work with them. But if you just can't send the file, that's ridiculous. And if you're a publisher, right, and you do this for a living, right, then it should be really easy to send files to the printer that meets their specifications because you've done it 100 times before. Oh boy. It was done before it was even solicited, yet we missed some of our release dates because they forgot to send the files. That's ridiculous. I kind of feel bad for ever having bought any books from Action Lab. This is not the worst story I've read either. I will talk about that other one probably in a separate video because it's just kind of like, what am I reading? I can't believe the things I see on the screen. This is just like crazy. Cougar and Cub was really my worst experience. They forgot to solicit us. They had all their attention behind this creepy book called Dollface that was co-written by the CEO. Huh, weird. Action Lab told us the number too low to print. They said, no, you can't have your rights. They'd invested too much in it. Too much of what? Preview ads? Action Lab made the awful choice to only print Cougar and Cub number 1, release the next 4 issues digitally, solicit a trade, and they wouldn't even tell retailers they'd canceled the solicited issues. Oh, man. Solicited, not marketed, no communication. Look at this. This is just This is one guy with multiple products through one publisher, and this is just oh no! I just read the next tweet down. Just I forget everything I was about to say. How ridiculous is this? I've read this next tweet. Charging for comps. They're not comps if you have to pay for it. Hold it, $36? That's like what, $7.20 per copy? Like that seems like a lot. Like for a complimentary, that seems like, the publish like what it costs him to publish it and then ship it. That's ridiculous. They're comps. You just send them to people. Some more complaints about Action Lab, so much more dirt. Tired of their crap, and we need to either let it go or save it for another. Wow. I kind of want to hear the rest of the story. So here's this dude's book. Like, if you're interested, check that out. It's apparently a free PDF. Nick Marino Net, da-da-da-da-da. So you can look this guy up if you're interested in Cougar and Cub. I don't know anything about the title. Wow. Yeah. This is ridiculous. This is not how you run a comic book company. It's the opposite. Like I've complained about some companies before, like the way Antarctic Press used to do their shipping. I shouldn't say does their shipping anymore because they're a lot better than they used to be. But used to be their shipping was like you played Russian roulette with your comic books, stuff like that. But when you just straight up don't pay people, holy crap! This is blowing my mind. This blew my mind earlier today. When I saw this stuff, I saw it in like the afternoon, man, and I was just like, "What am I reading? I can't even fathom the things I'm seeing here." This is all these stories are just getting popped up, retweeted all over my timeline all day today, and this is like the good lead-in one here. This dude sold thousands of books. Hold on, I'm going to gesticulate at the camera. All right, this dude sold thousands, not 1,000. Not 2,000, 3,000 copies of one issue, and who knows how many hundreds or thousands of other comic books for Action Lab, and he never saw one penny. That's what it says. Never received a single penny from them. Just one. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. If you sell product, you should get a cut of the money. That's how this works. Everybody gets a taste, so everybody goes home happy. That's how publisher arrangements work. That's how distribution arrangements work. Everybody gets a little taste, so everybody goes home happy, and nobody starves. And the fact that this dude published 3 books, like this first book he's talking about, right? This first book he was talking about here, he got no money from, and then he made a second book for them, and then he made a third book for them, and he never got paid. Oh my gosh. That's just blowing my mind. Nick Marino, I don't know anything about you, dude. I feel bad for you, brother. I feel really bad that you were treated this way. And a company that does this sort of stuff shouldn't be in business. Like, they just straight up shouldn't be. I've seen lots of stories today about people saying, they bought my book to publish it, or we signed the agreement to publish it, and then they never published it. I've seen one story that's way worse than this, and it is so way worse. We got to talk about it separately. So here's your little taste of what Action Lab Comics is doing. Nick Marino, thank you so much for putting this stuff up on Twitter. I know I kind of stole like all your content here to talk about it, but people got to talk about this stuff. It's just like the stuff going on with CGC and how badly they're behaving these days. People need to be talking about this, not just on Twitter, but you get that out there on YouTube so you reach a larger audience of people that are not the Twitterati. You reach a more of a mass audience out there. And if we can get that discussion going, maybe we can pressure Action Lab into changing their ways, into, paying you the money that they owe you. Please. Action Lab, cut this guy a check today. I don't know how much money he should have made, but let's just say, I don't know, 50 cents an issue. That's a start. Maybe it's too much, maybe it's not enough, I don't know, but that would be a great gesture. Dude, this is wild. Anyway, you all have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Brace yourselves. I sure hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.